Have you ever imagined a world where money exists, but no bank controls it, no government prints it, no company owns it, no office can shut it down? Sounds impossible, right? But in 2009, something appeared on the internet that changed money forever. That thing was Bitcoin. At first, almost nobody cared about it. People on internet forums called it a weird experiment. Some even laughed at it. Others called it fake internet money. But years later, Bitcoin became one of the most powerful financial assets in the world. Ordinary people became millionaires. Big companies started buying it. Governments became worried about it. And suddenly everyone asked the same question. How does Bitcoin actually work? And why are millions of people obsessed with it? Imagine waking up one day and realizing your money loses value every year. Prices rise, food becomes expensive, but your salary stays almost the same. Now imagine someone offers you a different kind of money. Money that cannot be printed endlessly. Money that no single person controls. Money that can move across the world in minutes. That idea alone made Bitcoin feel revolutionary, and people became curious. But here's the crazy part. Bitcoin was created by someone nobody truly knows. A mysterious person or group used the name Satoshi Nakamoto. They uploaded a document online explaining a new financial system. Then after creating Bitcoin, they disappeared completely. Even today, nobody knows who Satoshi really was. And that mystery made Bitcoin even more fascinating. Before we continue, comment below and tell me, will Bitcoin become the future of money? Or is it just a giant bubble waiting to crash? And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the History Flash, because today's story gets even crazier. To understand Bitcoin, we first need to understand normal money. Right now, banks control almost everything. They verify transactions and store records. Your money moves through a central authority. That means banks and governments have huge control over the financial system. Bitcoin changed that idea completely. Instead of one authority, Bitcoin works through thousands of computers worldwide. These computers connect together in a system called blockchain. Think of it like a giant digital notebook. This notebook records every Bitcoin transaction ever made. And here's the important part. Nobody can secretly change it. Every time someone sends Bitcoin, computers verify the transaction. Once verified, it gets added into a block. That block connects with older blocks. This creates a chain of blocks. That's why it's called blockchain. Simple, but powerful. This system makes Bitcoin extremely hard to fake. If someone tries to cheat, thousands of computers reject the transaction instantly. That's why many people trust Bitcoin. But there's another reason Bitcoin became popular: scarcity. And this part changed everything. Governments can print more paper money whenever they want. During crises, trillions of dollars can suddenly enter the economy. But Bitcoin is different. Only 21 million Bitcoins can ever exist. That limit is permanently built into the system. Nobody can change it. Because of this, many people call Bitcoin digital gold. They believe limited supply can increase value over time. And history made people believe that even more. In the early days, one Bitcoin was worth less than $1. Then it reached $100. Then $1,000. And later, tens of thousands of dollars. People who bought Bitcoin early suddenly became rich. Very rich. Stories spread online about students and gamers becoming millionaires. Ordinary workers turned tiny investments into life-changing fortunes. The world became obsessed. One famous story happened in 2010. A man used 10,000 Bitcoins to buy 2 pizzas. At that time, it seemed normal. But years later, those Bitcoins became worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Imagine spending a fortune on pizza without realizing it. Crazy, right? As Bitcoin grew, more people entered the market. Big companies started accepting it. Celebrities promoted it online. Social media exploded with crypto discussions. Bitcoin transformed from a strange internet experiment into a global movement. But Bitcoin also created fear. Governments worried because they could not fully control it. Banks saw it as a threat. Critics said Bitcoin could crash anytime. Others argued it had no real value, because unlike gold, you cannot physically hold it. And honestly, Bitcoin's journey has been wild. Sometimes prices rise incredibly fast. Then suddenly everything crashes. People become rich overnight, and others lose everything. This volatility made Bitcoin very controversial. Another big issue is energy usage. Bitcoin mining needs powerful computers. These machines use huge amounts of electricity. Supporters say the security is worth it. Critics say the environmental cost is too high. and the debate continues today. But despite all the criticism, Bitcoin keeps surviving. Every year people predict its death, and every year it returns stronger. That resilience made investors believe Bitcoin is here to stay. Not just a trend, but a permanent part of finance. What makes Bitcoin powerful is not only technology, it's the idea behind it: financial freedom. For the first time in history, people could own digital money without banks. Someone could send money across the world in minutes. No middleman, no borders. That idea inspired thousands of other cryptocurrencies. Today, the crypto industry is worth trillions of dollars. But Bitcoin still remains the king, because it was the first, and because people trust its history the most. Still, the future remains uncertain. Some experts believe Bitcoin could replace traditional money one day. Others think governments will heavily regulate it, and some believe it's the biggest financial bubble ever created. But whether you love Bitcoin or hate it, one thing is impossible to deny. Bitcoin changed the world forever. It forced people to rethink what money really is. And maybe that's why Bitcoin became so popular. Not just because people wanted wealth, but because people love the idea of freedom. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is buying Bitcoin for the first time. Someone else is selling it in fear. And another person is holding it, believing it could shape the future. Maybe they're right, maybe not. But one thing is certain. Bitcoin is one of the most fascinating inventions of the modern age, and its story is far from over. This is the History Flash. Subscribe for more powerful stories about history, technology, and mysteries shaping our world.